Hi, I'm Tyler Gibb, and I spent nearly 4 years drawing, recording, and animating a feature-length movie called Minushi. And I'd like to show you how I did it.
I think I hear someone coming.
What's wrong with this picture?
Ah!
True, there's nothing wrong with the picture, but how come the experience is so much better when you look at it like this? Sound plays such a huge role in how we see movies that I really wanted to make sure that I spent enough time in Minushi's sound design as I did with the rest of the production. So I made lots of Foley recordings. Things like various rustling sounds, or footsteps. I also made a lot of vehicle recordings. Those are literal examples of recording sounds to match things that are happening on the screen. But for some sounds, you got to be a little more inventive. For instance, I recorded the sound of some pebbles rolling across a floor. Now I use the sound of those pebbles here and there throughout the movie. Whenever you hear a character shift their weight, you hear the pebbles moving under their feet. So if you listen closely, you hear that sound throughout the movie. Another thing I did was I took the sound effects of the pebbles being thrown, moved them into my sound editing program. I was able to take this sound, alter the pitch, and you get this sound. So a handful of pebbles becomes the sound of a cliff crumbling apart. I use a really simple sound editing software. It's so old, in fact, that they stopped making new versions of it probably 10 years ago. All you need for great sound effects is an open mind. You can get lots of different results by mixing sounds together. So you can take the sound of a squeaky office chair, mix it with the sound of a power drill, and you've got the sounds of a robot moving around. Or mix the sound of a vacuum cleaner and a fan to get a hovercraft. The limit really is just your imagination. One of my favorite sound effects is using a wet dish towel, taking some dry pasta wrapped in the towel, you get some bone breaking sounds.
Trixie! Oh, God!
Like production design, a lot of this stuff goes unnoticed by the audience. But if it wasn't there, well then you'd have this.
Holy cow, Trixie! What are you doing?
I'm driving.
But you don't know how to drive?
I know.
Sure, it looks good, but where's the danger and where's the excitement? I make sounds for the movie the same way I do the animation, by building it up in layers. So when I'm watching a scene like this, I try to envision the atmospheric sounds. The sound of the wind going by, the sound of the engines of the truck and the other vehicles.
Bandits.
Next I'd add the more prominent sound effects, sounds of gunfire. Trixie putting her foot down on the pedal. The sound of the vehicles colliding together.
Whoa!
Add some score music, which we're going to talk about in the next installment, and you get this.
Holy cow, Trixie! What are you doing?
I'm driving.
But you don't know how to drive?
I know.
So that's what sound brings to a movie. I wouldn't underestimate it. You can get away with a lot visually if you have sound that's really rich and captivating.
We can't stay here all night.
I thought you just said no one was coming.
Well, no one is coming right now, but sooner or later someone will be.
Intruders have infiltrated the base.
We're in pursuit down quarter
All
5.
personnel
After them, come on, come on!
In the next installment, we're going to look at scoring a movie. One more way that sound goes a long way towards how the audience sees your movie. There's always lots more to see and hear at Minushi.com. And as always, thanks for watching.